Hey guys. There we go. The right goblin has been chosen. What's up, Lich? I think you were the first to say hello. What's up, Chile? All country Chile. And Brandon Bailey, any new Goblina sketches lately? Yeah, there were some. If you haven't picked them out, let me see if I have some of the more recent ones. Now this sock pile one, that was kind of funny. We got this one where he's carving one of those, the cool S, and then having a moss bath, taking flowers from a grave that says loss. Bet you guys didn't fucking see that. God damn, was that funny. If anybody caught that, fucking respect. Nothing's done without intention. So how's it going, Chinny? Anyway, back away. We're gonna get some miscellaneous stuff done, some concepts, finish off some wood elf textures that should have been finished, but I didn't get around to it. Need to finish the belt. And then we're also gonna finish off the last of the sets for the base coverage of our game. And you guys can hear me. How's audio, by the way? Trying to find like a good soundtrack to play. Audio's good. Tsunami sound, what's up? Oh. Deviation. What's going on in the world of the Final Fantasy? It feels something's gone wrong. Trying some new stuff, I guess. Okay, that music is loud as fuck. Yeah. Out of nowhere, it was like. About this. Let me turn that down a bit. Okay, how's that for you guys? Is that good, or should I bring it? Okay, that's good. Cool. What have you guys been up to? What's up? How's it going? There we go. And now we need to do the legs, essentially. So we'll do that, and then we'll do the legs here. Copy. Now that Pantheon is out, and comparing it to Monsters and Memories, I like the classic pacing better for sure. Yeah, it's exciting. Exciting for them. It's exciting for everybody that actually wanted. Okay, you know what? That sounds like such a fucking like what's the word? Like PR move. Fucking voice. It's an exciting time for everybody. Here in this niche MMO genre. Exciting time for everybody. Yeah, it's such a PR fucking thing to say, but I mean it. I mean it. Sounds like some HR shit for sure. Hey man, we at Niche Worlds Cult know that there's a lot of, you know, different niches going around, and it's hard to make a game like this, and like, what do you guys want me to say? What do you guys want me to say? I entered a fucking was it Dirty Old Socks was having a what's it called, like a giveaway or whatever. I entered a giveaway to see if I could get a fucking free copy. I did not win that. Suffice to say. Dude, did you see the Larion Studios guy's little speech for giving out Game of the Year? That was so... No, I didn't. I didn't. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, am I crazy? Like, as I typed in Final Fantasy IV, relaxing music for study, sleep, okay? Or that's the title of the thing. And then we get like this dun 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 dun. Dun. A little intense, man. Okay, what the fuck am I doing? Let's take a look. Is there any like music behind it or something?
I realize you guys have been sitting here for over 3 hours, but I still have some time credits from last year to cash in. So it turns out that not only will I be the one who will know as first which game wins tonight, but I actually also know which game is going to win next year, the year after, and the year after. Now, how do I know this? Well, an oracle told me. She said, change is coming. It's a modern oracle, so they made me sign an NDA, but I trust all of you. I know you can keep a secret, you will never leak it. The oracle told me that the game of the year 2025 was going to be made by a studio who found the formula to make it up here on stage. It's stupidly simple, but somehow it keeps on getting lost. Studio made their game because they wanted to make a game that they wanted to play themselves. They created it because it hadn't been created before. They didn't make it to increase market share. They didn't make it to serve as a brand. They didn't have to meet arbitrary sales targets or fear being laid off if they didn't meet those targets. And furthermore, the people in charge forbade them from cramming the game with anything whose only purpose was to increase revenue and didn't serve the game design. They didn't treat their developers like numbers on a spreadsheet. They didn't treat their players as users to exploit. And they didn't make decisions they knew were short-sighted and function of a bonus or politics. They knew that if you put the game and the team first, the revenue will follow. They were driven by idealism and wanted players to have fun. And they realized that if the developers didn't have fun, nobody was going to have any fun. They understood the value of respect, that if they treated their developers and players well, those same developers and players would forgive them when things didn't go as planned. But above all, they cared about their game because they loved games. It's really that simple, said the oracle. Winning Game of the Year turned out to be a life-changing event for us. It was an amazing thing. To those who will win Game of the Year 2024, you have no idea what's waiting for you. It's an incredible honor, and you're in for a heck of a ride. Now remember, should you be told to wrap it up for tonight, you can always come back next year and chat for 3 minutes, okay? So, now, to pay tribute to the nominees for Game of the Year, once again, Lorna Balf and the TGA Orchestra. And the Game of the Year is... Astrobot!
Damn! Dude, K, that's so funny. I was gonna say, like, that was a fucking fire speech. That is insane. like you were right to send that to me. Fuck is an astrobot? Of the little bot that could. I never played it. I don't know if it's great or not, and if it actually deserves it. I'm a little fucking peeved that Dragon's Dogma got shafted in RPG of the Year, and yeah. Dude, Dude, Dragon's Dogma 2 is fucking insane good. It had its problems though, so like I forgive people that, you know, but goddamn was it good. Also, I didn't play fucking, what is it? Final Fantasy Remake. Did that come out this year or not? I forget. Rebirth. That's it. I haven't played it. I was waiting for PC, and now it's finally coming to PC. And I feel like I have avoided fucking so many spoilers. I feel like... Yeah, something about that style of game is just... I don't think it's for me, you know? I'm not into the, into that, like, setting. And so it could have been the greatest game of all time, but it's the wrong setting for me, so... I feel like, okay, I've been looking into playing a little bit of Final Fantasy 11, actually. I've been thinking about it ever since I stumbled across Red Cloud's stream and he was playing it. I went, oh shit, why don't I give that a shot? But the only thing is, like, if I do so, I'll need to play it with friends. Or with, like, a group of people that I play it, like every once in so often. Or is FF11 the first MMO? It's the first MMO that they did, yeah. Yeah, and so first off, there's fucking servers that, or sorry, price tag, which makes me go, nah, I don't want to fucking do that. For that old a game that I'm gonna more than likely play alone for 50 to 100 hours leveling characters or whatever. And then the other part of me goes, okay, well, what else, you know, like if I have friends that play with that, well, first off, I don't have friends that want to play a game like that, so I'm kind of fucked on that front. But then if I do find friends to play with that, that's like, that'd be huge. But they would also need to be willing to fork over, you know, a certain amount of money, or give their details to a private server, or and learn how to set up the game. And like, getting people in to play the game itself is the fucking hardest thing. That's actually that's the fucking boss. The boss, like, is before everything else. Why not try 14? Because 14 fucking has you playing piano. That's why. I don't want to fucking play piano on an MMO. I don't want to play Beethoven's Fifth. I don't want to fucking have to hit things on a global cooldown. If your game has a global cooldown that fucking requires you to... It's like, I don't want to do that. I just don't. It's not any interest in me whatsoever. That's why I don't play retail WoW anymore. Like, I'm only fucking 30, okay? And I'm already sick of it. Yeah. And so what I've heard from F11, what I've seen is that they're like pretty low effort in terms of that. It seems to be more like choosing the right time to do like a thing, rather than... But I don't know. I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know. I don't know. I don't know if what I'm saying is true or not. We need more Monsters and Memories out there. Yeah. I'd like the very slow paced, like... But I'm also someone that, like... Okay, you can tell me whether or not this makes me like a fucking psychopath. Okay? But like... When I'm playing like classic WoW, or when I'm even playing like RuneScape or whatever, like, I usually don't do like other things. Like, I'm not multitasking. I'm giving the game, you know, most of my attention. You know, maybe I'll be like, oh, let me get some water or whatever, and like get up and do that, or, you know, have conversations with the people around me if the game isn't like engaging or whatever, right? But I give the games that I'm playing, like, I don't tend to like go out of my way to multitask things. You know what I mean? Does that make me fucking like a psychopath? I remember buying it on release and basically couldn't play because it was pretty much required a gamepad. There was next to no keyboard support, very much console. Yeah, now it has keyboard support, I think, but not mouse support. Watched Tangent play Throne of Liberty and almost had a seizure. It was way too flashy and bouncing all over. Yeah, I can't do that shit. Yeah, I can't do that shit. Well, look, I can, but I don't want to. It's like even PoE 2. I've been playing a little bit of PoE 2. I fucking I went to the fucking like look, I like Dark Souls. I like Elden Ring. I get it. Right? I've never really felt the need or whatever to like finish those games. Maybe I'm not a gamer or whatever, because, you know, I haven't finished them. And usually it doesn't come from like being hard stuck at a boss or whatever. Usually I like beat a boss and I go, cool, and then I just don't pick up the game like ever again. And then if I ever come back, I just like lose my position. And maybe you're saying that's like, oh, that's cope or whatever, but like I've played a lot of difficult games. It's not, you know, like I beat DMC on fucking or DMC4 on like Nightmare or whatever the hell. Devil Trigger or whatever the fuck. But it's just not the kind of game that I want to play anymore. Yeah, like dude, I play Scout in TF2. But more and more I find myself enjoying Engineer. You know? 2 Fort Engineer, hang out in the fucking Intel with your friends, goofing off, telling fucking jokes, and then wanna and laugh as hard as you can as soon as a fucking Scout comes in around the corner and gets immediately blown up. Like, I'm just like my build. Oh yeah, my build in PoE 2 right now is like, it's basically like built around me wanting to negate all the actual mechanics of the game. I'm going high armor and was it high armor and extremely high what's that fucking miss percent or whatever, dodge or whatever that one is. I fucking forget, blanking on it right now. Like the ranger thing. Evasion. Yeah. High armor, high evasion. That's literally what I'm building in PoE, so I can face tank bosses. And just ignore mechanics. That's literally my goal. I want to be able to hold my shield up and slam like a fucking thing and just DPS him down slowly. And never fucking have to think about the mechanics of the game. All those games that make 1 second timing to get the combo or dodge in don't have those reflexes. I think I still have the reflex. I'm only 30. I still got some things in me. I just don't want to do it. Yeah, you're 48, so you're gonna have a little. It takes too much effort. That's fair. You know what? That's fucking fair. Okay. And now we don't need this, and we don't need this. And we can go back to this. I was looking at some of the or what's it called, the Final Fantasy 11 armor and stuff. They did really, really fucking good with their armor sets. Like, I'm super impressed with how tight all their fucking armor looks. All of their armor. All the textures and everything. I don't know how they did it. This is cool as fuck. I really like this. They did a really, really good job. I wonder how it looks in engine though. That's what I was looking for, was the in-engine version. I wonder what their stuff looks like. I mean, like what their like technically how their UVs look and everything. These guys' portions are a little pushed, I think. I'm not too crazy about that, but I did see someone play a fucking goblin though, and I was like, well, that's fucking the coolest thing ever. Yeah, they have some really cool stuff. Look at this and this. They got some really, really cool stuff. I would say that this does start to lean into like some of those over-designed elements where you're like, okay, well, this is a little bit too much like going on. But if this is endgame gear, I'm like, okay, yeah. And then their shorts, they're like beach shorts or whatever, or cargo shorts. Kind of, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, that's cool. Yo, fuck. I might steal that. That's cool as fuck. I didn't... So I've done the opposite here. Hold on. Let me quickly check my other chain here. So we have the pads underneath, okay. Underneath as well. I think it's the plate. I started to do that. Alright, okay, good. So this hasn't been done, but now I know what to look for. So I'll do this time with this plate, but then in the future we'll be able to do another one that is going to be this as well. Which is going to be cool. Alright, so plate leggings, we got plenty of design room in the future, is what I'm gathering from this. Dude, this song is so good. Where is this song in other Final Fantasy games? Reuse the fuck out of this song. They have so much music. They need to start reusing some of their really iconic good stuff again. For real. I love this song. Old Final Fantasy remade and put into the game. Yeah. That was the... Is that the recent one with the was it the Kingslayer or whatever? The one with the really edgy, cool guy with the beard that wasn't too long and the wild hair. 14 is the MMOR, or the second MMORPG. Okay, I see. That's where you mean. Okay. I thought I'm bad with numerals. I just took a random guess. Okay, so that's fine. Boots are fine. Oh, boots will probably go all the way across, right? Okay, is there anything that I'm missing on this? The back is probably just going to be the same as the front. The cape, I guess. So, oh, chain cape. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. All right. Chain cape. I can do that. Something that I really liked about the way that I saw some of the Final Fantasy XI stuff actually was, and you guys can tell me what you think about this, because it might be quite controversial, but something that I noticed was that, hey Chaz, you're here for controversial goblin take, but something that I noticed was that the weapons were on the player back. And so what that meant was that your weapon got a whole lot more screen time than something like M&M. Because while you're running, what do you see? You see your weapon on your back. Mind you, that's running when not in combat, right? In combat, different story, of course. But something I noticed, and I thought that was pretty neat, actually. And if you're a ranger, you'd have your sword and your bow. Yeah, probably. Yeah, right? Should. Well, it was just something that I know, because in World of Warcraft, you can sheath your weapon, right? And they have it at their hips, and they have some on their back, like a shield and sword on the back or whatever. And I think it looks pretty fucking cool. And it means that, yeah, you have a lot more screen time with your weapon. Your weapon is no longer like hidden from your view and only available to you when A, you're swinging it, or B, you know, like visually when you're swinging it, or when your camera is off to the side or whatever, right? And so I thought that's pretty cool. I don't know how, if that's something that, because you know, I sort of always just took that for granted, but and it just sort of hit me in comparison when I was looking at Final Fantasy 11, is they have these weapons that look really good on your back. I thought, what other games do that? Fable does that. I remember Fable doing that. I remember Legend of Zelda does that. You have your weapon on your back. What other games do weapon on back? World of Warcraft did weapon on back. I don't think EverQuest did weapon on back. Yeah, it's in my opinion that's trivial, because me and my friend that was working on Monsters, or not Monsters and Memories, we were working on this other game, this like small little MMO together called Soulkeeper. It's where I met the dev for Witherhome. So we were working on that together, and we had a backpack sword system that essentially, like, as you equipped a sword, or as you equipped a backpack, or as you equipped anything, it would just move. It would just displace whatever it was by the value determined by the other thing. So it was like you put a sword and you put your sword in behind your backpack, and your backpack would move out a little bit, you know, and you put a different sword in, and then that would go in between the backpack and your first sword or whatever, and then your backpack would go out a little bit. And so it was pretty cool. And I mean, fuck, it took. I wonder how much like code it took, because it wasn't that much, right? So it was like it was a very simple system. It was like here's my character. Actually, in our case, our characters were literally like this. They were a cylinder that had a texture on it, and little face or whatever. And you could choose your eye shape or whatever, because it was like a gem. You can have like 3 eyes or whatever. Anyway, so if you had a sword or whatever, your sword would be like would take up this slot, right? And then, or sorry, if you had a backpack, yeah, let's do a backpack. So if you had a backpack, and here's your backpack, right? If you got a sword in, so let's say I get a sword, and your backpack would go like this, right? And so they didn't clip, and it didn't look weird either, because everything took up the right amount of space. I think I have a demo of that. I should pull that up sometime just for fun. Yeah, 2-handers would look pretty good on the back as well. I don't know. It might not be worth it because everybody sort of decided already. I'd imagine that most people are probably decided. They're like, no, we have decided not to do this. Fair enough. Yeah, the displacement amount would change per weapon type for sure. Okay, is this it? I mean, like, you can kind of fill in the fucking gaps for like the back piece and the shawl and you can probably just fill in these. Like, it's not fucking rocket science here. Ugh. Oh, I really like this. This armor here, holy shit, that is a very, very, very small. I like that. We might be playing with a little bit of that and a little bit of this in the future. That feels very gnomish to me. The tun 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 tun. Question is, should I do when I do gnomish armor, should I do it on a gnome? Yeah, the part where the pants puff out, we can't really do that, unfortunately. Unless we loaded a whole new model where we took the leg section and puffed that out. And like loaded a whole new model. Right. What do you guys think about having a... What do you guys think about this for the chain leggings? What if it was like that? Instead. So like cut off at like the back calf or something. Just covered the knee essentially. Kind of like a knee brace or like a knee wrap or whatever. What I think actually is just instead of doing that, I think that it might be worth it to just add in this. Yeah, that feels better. Okay. Ah, fuck. Hold on. I'm gonna save this out as a PNG. Or not PNG, JPEG, I mean. And we'll call this weathered chain we'll open up weathered chain. And we'll go 25%. Ghastly, what's up? Cool. Weather chain it is. Fucking let's do that. Let's pop this in here. Textures, sorry, your concepts. Weathered chain. Most of the back and front here are pretty self-explanatory. The chain on the gloves and boots wrap all the way around and have I was wondering recently, do you have any concepts on what something like a phoenix will look like in M&M if they exist? Seems like they have a wide variety of representations in media, so curious what your take is. No phoenix yet. There's, yeah, no phoenix. As of yet. I have a pretty good idea of what our phoenix will look like, but I think they will. I think they will have less of a peacock look than what normal phoenixes have. You know, because how phoenixes have like a kind of like a peacock head, you know, sometimes. And I don't know, I feel like if we were to do a phoenix, it would be a fucking giant bird, you know, like giant. Not just something that you'd sort of have, you know. I think I would like that. I think I would like a giant phoenix. Not just like like when I saw the fucking phoenix in Harry Potter, and I was like, well, what the fuck's that? It's just a bird. It's just a red. It's just a firebird. Like that's, you know. Okay, what the fuck is this? You guys need to tell me what the fuck is going on. 12 signs you are a lone wolf. 12 signs you have a lone wolf person. What is this? What is this art, man? What is this art? Usually they have like a. Usually they have. Oh, holy shit. Usually they have like a. something like this. You know? 12 signs you have a lone wolf personality. You know? And it's like, oh yeah, this. Fucking like, you're like, oh shit, yeah. I'm a wolf. Look at that motherfucker. Doesn't give a fuck. Okay, anyway. But that art, dude, that wasn't it. Whatever that was, that wasn't it. Okay. What are we doing next? What are we doing next? Move on quickly. What's Balatro? What is this? What is Balatro? What? Give me a break, dude. Give me a break. I've had my face down in dev work for like the last. Please explain to me without being condescending. Poker game? What? It's only like a very popular game. It's okay. It's kind of like poker, but much more fun with cards that modify everything. So I'm not making fun. I'm not making fun of you. I'm having way too much fun making fun of you. Fuck, it's fucked up. It's fucked up that I did that. I'm sorry. Oh god. That's so the way that you said that sounded like you wanted me to speak it like that, to give you that shitty like voice. It's only like a very popular game. Like, it felt like you were begging me to just. Only dorks don't know about it. All the cool kids are playing it. You know, Goblin, I was gonna invite you over to play Balatro, but I don't think you're cool enough to know what that game is. Something else. Come on, guys. This guy doesn't even know what Balatro is. Let's beat it. Loser. And like dump your lunch bag over you or whatever as they leave. Fucking sounds sick. I'll quit my bit to actually get invested in this. Yeah, no, it sounds pretty cool. By the way, next time, like, really, don't be afraid to tell me that my bit's fucking stupid. And to quit it. Okay, Goblin, you've had your fun. Wasn't that funny? God, I can't remember what it stands for. FTR. The spaceship game, right? Where you gotta like go around and it's like it's like a roguelike. Fuck, then what do I? FTL. Oh, FTL. That's why I wasn't ringing a bell. Faster than light. That's why I was like, FTR. Yeah, what the fuck ever, Tsunami-san? Yeah, okay, maybe I laugh at my own jokes. Whatever. No one else is gonna. I might as well. Yeah, this should look pretty cool. And now we just need to go back into the belt. We're going to, what? No, nope, nope. I'm gonna do this, vertical. We're gonna land that right there. Hit OK. We're on the belt again. We're gonna make a new thing. I'm gonna go like, what's the purpose of this version? Sorry, I've never seen you work on these gray ones. These will eventually get lerped into armor. So these gray ones are the textures for the armor. They're the final textures actually for the armor. Sorry, do you know what lerp means? Sorry, sometimes we just have internal language that we speak about so much on stream and stuff that, like, we just go, oh yeah, totally. Of course, everybody knows about what we're talking about. You know what lerp is? Get a load of this guy. He doesn't know what lerp means. You do not know? God, if only lerp was like a fucking got him. If only lerp was a got him. Fucking lerp these nuts. Fuck. Okay, a lerp is a linear interpretation. No, that's LARP. Yeah. Linear interpretation. So that means that let me show you actually. So we have all this cool shit, right? And let me open up so let's see, we're gonna go to downloads, we're gonna open up the fabric lerps. So see this? This is all gray. And then we go, here's a lerp that will take this all gray and it's going to apply like some color. So it takes a value and it assigns it a color. And then it takes another value and it assigns it a color. Right? And so what that looks like is when we go here, it looks like this. Right? So I can do this and I can change this stuff around so that certain things go a little darker, That goes a little less bright. I could change this to any fucking color that I want. Right? And so we have these different lerps. So we have this purple lerp, a blue lerp, a red lerp, right? And we can change these colors. To be whatever the heck we want. So we can have like a deep red. That goes out to a little bit more yellow or something, right? So we can do all these things. So this is a cool, this is actually fucking really cool red lerp. So I'm actually going to change this back. And I'm going to paste... Fuck! Well, I've lost it. Anyway. Point is that that's how we change colors to all of our shit. But then the thing is we're not lerping everything. Each armor piece. So as you can see, like here, especially with something like this. So let me turn this off. And this armor piece here that we have, see this? I'm going to turn off the belt really quick. The belt and this. This piece, or actually, maybe it's actually better to visualize it here. Each piece, so like, for example, this will be one texture. Eventually, this will be one texture. Eventually. And each texture has at least 3, up to 3 different lerps that we can apply to it at any given time. And so we can get this, right? And we can get the chainmail. And then we could get an extra thing, like say there was like a gold, or say we wanted to add like some like red gilding or gold gilding or whatever along certain things, or add a design. We could do that on top of that. And the reason that we're doing that is there's 3 different, we have red, blue, and green channels. And essentially we're using those red, blue, greens as masks. And those masks we can use to make certain things different colors. And we do that per texture. And so what ends up happening is that we have, let's say this piece has up to 3 different colors that it uses. Maybe we're using, we're using a mask on this center piece, right? And then we're using the mask on everything else, as like your second mask. And maybe there's like a design that we put on here in the future, or the threading that goes in through each one, right? Maybe there'll be a little dot or something on each cross section. We could have that be a third lerp or whatever. So we have 3 different colors that go onto there, and then we have 3 different colors that go onto here. So that's 6 different colors applying over top of the same chest area piece. And then we have another 3 different colors, and mind you, like, it's not always going to line up, because we're always going to be, unless you have like a set, so you might have like different colors or different lerps playing around with things. And then you have your chest piece, or sorry, your shoulder piece, which sometimes intermingles with the chest. And so all of a sudden you have 3, 6, 9 you know, like different colors overlapping each other all on your single character. And that's not including the cape. The cape goes under all, or under the cape. This section would go over here and onto the back, and the cape could be any whatever color. And then this goes over top of the cape. So is this colored version just a mock-up, and then they go into the game and they go in gray, you apply the lerp afterwards? Yes, exactly. So this colored version is just for like our own sort of like, oh, we'd like to get this color in eventually as like a base for these things, right? This is just, yeah, it's just to help us visualize things. So each piece, you know, boots, gloves, bracers, shirt, chest piece, shoulders, helmet, all get their own 3 color channels. And sometimes you can even use those color channels as like what's it called, opacity. So like, for example, if we wanted to, right, I could make this a color channel. This could be red. The belt could be blue, and then these studs could be green. And then if I omit the blue, or the red, I mean, which is the chain, it would just be a belt, right? It would just be a belt. It would be like me doing this, right? So we have a lot of really good control over our gear. And because it's not too, what's the word, like minute, it means that each thing that we do, we get to do a little charming element to it to make it its own thing and really fulfill like the archetype we want it to fulfill, and make all the design decisions that are playing against all the other things. And it's nice, it's fun. That omission happens in game. That happens in engine. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. It's fun to talk about some of our systems, and some of our systems that I am super hyped about to talk about, you know? Like, it's good. Oh yeah, also, check this out. This is, okay, we're also applying this to, you may have seen me work on the rocky sand before. And we're also applying this to, and I'll show you another thing. So check out this. So this is the Wood Elf leather set, and we have the shoulder, and we have the helmet, and then on top of the helmet we have the helmet crest, or whatever it's called, and that will go right on here. And so, for example, these three textures, right? We could have this as one color, the branches as another, and then the leaves as a third. And then with this, we could have the leaves as one color, the mask here as a second, and then this back section and this as a third. Or we could break this up as like this mask and this is one section, and then this in the back section is like a third. Or this whole mask is a third, and this is the second, or whatever. So we can break things up however we really want to. They just require different masks if we wanted to play around with that. And then thirdly, oops. we're sort of doing this with this too. If you guys remember. We can do this with our environment textures to get the most out of it, right? Pretty cool stuff, if you ask me. Let me get cool grays like this. Let me get just like some slight coloration. Yeah. Super easy to implement. They're already implemented. Just throw them in when you make a new item or whatever. You have to make sure PS Canvas meets or Photoshop Canvas and Workspace meet specific requirements to make it into the game. Artistic requirements for sure. They're being imported at, I think, at 2K, but I'm not sure we use 2K for some of these textures. But yeah, artistically they need to meet our standards. You bring them in as PSDs? No, PNGs. Itchy art. Oh, nice little fucking goblin icon. That's sick. Alright, okay. I think... How long have I been streaming? I've almost been streaming for 2 hours. Oh, here. Check this out. So this is the cape in progress. Or not in progress, you can see, right? So we have the leaves. Okay, where are the leaves? Yeah, so we have these leaves. Then we have the vines. Right? And so those will all be different textures, or what's it called? Lerps. And so we'll be able to have like cool like autumn stuff. And this is for every single piece of gear in game. And so for every single piece of gear that we put in game, we have a huge variety of people in design that can utilize the lerps that the artists create to create new pieces of gear. And it means that, so like if we have, let's say we have like 10 to 20 lerps that we apply, or sorry, let's say we have 10 lerps, right? That we can apply to any given piece of gear. That's 10 lerps. But then there's 3 different combinations of every possible thing, right? Because we have 3 different, so it's like 10 times 3 or whatever. It's fucking insane. So we have 30, and that's one piece of gear given 10 lerps. And so you have, what is it? You have boots. So let's call it a set, right? We'll do it based off of sets alone, because if you get into items, it gets fucking crazy. But let's say you have 30 different lerps per set, and you have, so it's 30 times, and I think we have 4 times 4, 24 different item sets right now. Because, hold on, 4 times 4? 16? I'm fucking dumb. Give me a second. Yeah, 16. So we have 16 times 30. Different possible combinations of gear in game that you can get right now. And then you're talking about matching like, or not mixing and matching all those different lerped like pieces of gear with other lerped pieces of gear, the matrix just gets fucking insane, right? It's like any like given combination of gear that you can wear becomes like what it was 16 times 30. $480, and then 480 given the fucking any given combination that you have. So it's 480 times like what? How many different pieces of gear? No, we're yeah that you can combine with each other, I guess. Um, so that would be like boots, pants, shirt, chest, boots, pants, shirt, chest, bracers, gloves, um, cape, helm, shoulders, belt. I think it's like 10 or something times 9. It's like 4,000 some combinations, 4,320 combinations based off of different mind you, that's talking about like minute combinations. That means if I put on a different pair of gloves, right? So it's just that the amount of fucking combinations that we are not going to be able to account for, like it's insane, but it's also fucking really cool because it means that we're going to be able to make a lot of different combinations. And that's with what we have right now. So that's only the base set of that is only the base set of weathered, generic, wood elf, night harbor. Because we have 4 sets per each. We have cloth, leather, chain, plate for each one of those. So weathered. That's these, right? I mean, right. So this is all the chain, and here's all the leather. Oh, I think leather changed a bunch. Oh no, that's good. Actually, the Night Harbor leather changed a bunch on the final set. Let's look at the... I think it's actually easier to do this. Yeah, so you can see the leather for the Night Harbor changed a lot. Right, so we have... Let's quickly go over them all. Let's take out that. So this was the weathered cloth. This was the first sort of take that we did on it, but we've changed the variation, like how I present them now. Since here's cloth 2, right? Cloth. So that's so we go weathered, generic, wood elf, cloth, Night Harbor cloth. Then we have weathered, generic, wood elf, Night Harbor. Then we have weathered, generic, wood elf, Night Harbor chain, and then we have weathered, generic, wood elf, Night Harbor. I want there to be like a generic fucking like because it wouldn't take too long for us to do it. I would love for there to be like a generic like a medallion texture or something that we can put on stuff. I think that would be fucking sick. I don't know if we're ever gonna do it because it's another layer that we have to account for or whatever. But I would love that. Right now it's just stats. Same with masks. Masks are just stats. Yeah, so those are just the 4, but every single time, just so you guys know, every single time, yeah, don't clip away. Every single time that we have and bring in a new like starting city, let's say we do the high elves, or let's say we do the deep elves, or let's say we do like the deep gnomes or whatever. Any single time that we do that, we're going to be doing a cloth, leather, chain, plate for all of them, right? So as we bring in more races and more like main cities, we're going to be bringing in cultural armor for all of them. And we're also going to be doing, and this, we're going to be doing, that would probably be one of the human and or ogre stuff is what you'd probably can expect to get some fur-lined barbarian winter style armor or whatever. And then let me close this. And then I'm going to open up so this is also not because after we're done all these, which we should be able to get done, and they will be a massive, like, we're gonna have way too many items essentially, and lerps and stuff like that that we can do things with. But after this, let me show you guys something. So it's either this one or this one. I'm not sure exactly which one it is. So I'm going to open up both. Yeah, Deep Gnome armor is going to be cool. Whatever it is, I know it's going to be fucking cool. Yeah, so this is before we finished everything off. Okay, so that's, I need to find the right one. It might have been this one. Oh, no, these are just the illustrations. Yeah, so this is not mentioning, so all that I mentioned before, right? We're also going to be doing plate for the paladin, plate for the cleric, plate for the fighter, plate for the inquisitor, plate for the shadow knight. We're going to be doing chain for the ranger, chain for the archer, chain for the rogue, leather for the bard, cloth for the wizard, cloth for the necromancer, leather for the druid, right? We're going to do all this. And these will be the fucking pieces that you go, this is like peak. Like this is what we want players to look like at the end of the game once they have created and mastered their class and have gotten all the gear and all the things that they want. You know, they're fucking best in slot. We want our characters to look like this. We want your characters to look like the class that they are. And then from there, yeah, and these will be the gear that will be extremely hard to get. And then from there, if we really want to like get like super epic or whatever, right? That's when we can start to add in like some really intense flourishes and do some really cool shit with like intricacies in the armor and all that, and make like a one special version of each one and all that. Exactly. We want people to look fucking mismatched and shit all the way up until they got their class gear and they look like the class that they want to look like. A wizard should look like a wizard. A paladin should look like a paladin. A shadow knight should look like a shadow knight. You know, we don't want to like do any weird shit. You know, like, because once you get here, okay, I'll tell you something that really pissed me off actually. And you guys can tell me what you guys think of this, but I was playing in Final Fantasy 14, and I was playing as one of those little, what was it, the Lalafell, right? Because it kind of looked like a goblin, and I made their skin as green as possible, which is what, you can't make it that green. Anyway, I was playing as this, and I was gonna go, okay, I'm gonna be a black mage, but I'm gonna be a fire mage. I'm gonna fucking throw fire at shit. And then like the second level, or the third or fourth level or something like that, I get this dope fucking looking red hat that's like a classic red wizard's hat, and I get this red fucking cloak, and I look like a red wizard, and I'm like level 4. I don't want to play this game anymore. I already hit like what I want to look like. I got the staff. It looks cool. I'm throwing fireballs. You know? Like, I already hit aesthetically the thing that I want to be. What's the fucking point of moving over and getting more shit? What's the point? They had no what's the word, like creep up to your aesthetic. There's no visual progression. It was just fucking right there. And or the visual progression that they think is cool wasn't actually that cool. Because the archetype was what I was after. Yeah, it was just... It was a huge disappointment, and I stopped playing because of it. Well, I stopped playing a lot more than that because It was a very lonely game. It was an MMO, just same as World of Warcraft, a very lonely MMO. Anyway, I've been just fucking ranting for the last however long, and that's because I'm tired and I don't want to paint anymore. Essentially, I finished this. I'm gonna save this. Save this. Oh yeah, this was the dancer class, by the way, that I concepted for, and I don't think we'll ever get in. Maybe first expansion, second expansion, third expansion. But this was the dancer class. Look how fucking dope that dancer class is. Yeah. Yeah, Pajama Sammy, you're totally right. You're 100% right. That Vec, come on, man. Keep it in where... Okay. Oh yeah, and also, check this out. A second archer. This was our first archer concept. And here was the first colors for the Inquisitor. Oh yeah, and we also had an Inquisitor without the hood. Oh yeah, and check out this Inquisitor. Fucking cool as fuck. This fucking so cool. The mask that goes up like that. But this ended up being the best choice. Yeah, where's our archer? Oh yeah, this was our first. This was the first take on the Spellblade. But instead, we went for the skull cap, the leather skull cap. Oh yeah, and our trolls, I thought would be cool if they could float around like this. Kind of like hags. Okay, where the hell is our archer? Oh yeah, this was fucking when we were told to chill the fuck out on how cool the Shadow Knight was. This is actually before. There's a version or something after this. Yeah, because this is before the bard had a. This is before the bard had a fucking chest plate. Here's where the archer and bard landed, by the way. So yeah, we had some. I think eventually we'll have this, by the way. Ranger does look nice and classic. I would like to see a floaty hag troll. Yeah, well, I think I would like to see if we can get the hag sneak animation or the troll female sneak animation to be levitating. I think that would be cool as fuck. And I think I would like to see. I'd like to see this. Because this feels like a good archer, right? But we wanted something more military, so we went with this guy. Or sorry, we had a more military guy, and then we went a little bit more military slash Mongol look for these guys. But I think that the evil races should probably, or the more evil bad races, trolls, goblins, you know, maybe some fucking ogres and stuff like that. Maybe they could end up having something like this, you know, that they would aspire to, and then other races would more probably aspire to this or something. So there could be that could work. Anyway, just I'm looking at some of the old art and everything, and going, oh, that's cool. I need to open up these just to see which one is which, because I know that I need to have the original file somewhere. Those little unique things really make the game. Yeah. The more that we can really emphasize the differences between the races, I think the better. Alright, this is the 2.2 is that's the final one. This is the one that we actually have all the right stuff in. Oh yeah, and even though this is the new Necromancer, actually, we had to drop this, unfortunately. Though, I think we could actually do something like this. We just need a custom shawl that goes all the way fucking down here just for this one. But, I mean, it's possible, but we're not going to do it. Probably. More than likely, we're not going to do it. Have you considered allowing characters to be right or left-handed? No. No, I don't think so. That's a lot of work. Or it could be that you mirror like the fucking whole character. I don't know. It could also not be a whole lot of work, but no, I don't think anybody's talked about that. Oh yeah, and even the Elementalist got a revamp. Elementalist no longer has that long cloak. They have the cloak that comes up and belts. Same with this guy. Because you need the cloak that belts. Can't have it go too far down. And you can see the Shadow Knight, instead of being so badass, right? Where it was like, look at this. Like that's like a fucking boss. This guy, you know, we chilled out on how much, got rid of some of the teeth on here because he was too badass. And then we gave him a face, you know, so you could actually see the body or whatever, or see the person behind it. What else did we do? I internally, even people say that, they say warrior. No, I understood it. I understood it because we couldn't have Shadow Knight just be the fucking coolest thing ever, and everybody else will only be like because Shadow Knight, that it drew like, holy shit, this is like almost like Lich King type stuff. So we still have, like, we've capped out on our badassness, not out of, we could, like, because we have chances and opportunity to make even more badass things, right? But we've capped ourselves because the goal is not to be like a fucking god. The goal is to represent your class in the most iconic way. Yeah. Even our monk. I want so badly for our monk to have tattoos for the shirt. I think that would be cool as fuck. And you just can't take off that shirt for like 2 weeks or something. That'd be so cool. Tail on the Beastmaster. Yeah, it's gonna be like a robe section. It's gonna be on the, or maybe it might be on the belt actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah, that could be on the belt. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the idea, is that it's like a pelt that he's wearing around his belt or whatever. Um, but yeah, that 100%. Um, what else? You see this little fire elemental buddy, pal, hanging out on top of the shoulder. Oh, chainmail bikini, that would be fighter probably, up until a point, until you get plate bikini. Yeah. Will you have gods in game, like in person? Maybe? I'm gonna turn off the intermission section. Alright guys, I've hung out for a little bit, probably too long, for the last half hour almost. I've just been goofing off. I hope everybody has a really, really good rest of their weekend. I think I'm gonna probably install a game, or I don't know. I want to play something. I don't know what though. Turn my brain off or something. Elatro. Yeah, I'll look into it. Guys. Fucking sweet. Jesus Christ. I'm yawning like a fucking asshole. 3:49 p.m. Alright. Let's find who we're gonna raid. Which? Who are we gonna raid? Let's raid. Let's raid Dumb Moths. Let's do that. Dumb Moths is quite fun. They're just playing Half-Life 2. Unless you guys want to, you guys choose Primus MMO, playing Pantheon, or Dumb Moths, which is playing Half-Life 2. Or do you guys want to see some Secret of Mana? Oh fuck, actually. Let's raid Possum Morpheus. Playing some Secret of Mana. Sorry, I asked you guys and then immediately took away your decision. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining. I hope you all have a really good weekend. Blah 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 blah. Also, if you guys clip some stuff, post it in the Discord for everybody else to see and share around, because if I'm doing things like that, I'd rather, you know, that stuff get clipped and more people can just see some of those nice pieces or whatever. Alright, for real. Talk to you guys later. And don't forget, and if you forget this, I'm not sure I'll ever be able to forgive you ever again. Any of you guys, do not forget under any circumstances